Hey guys, it's Mike. I was kind of in the mood to play some Hollow Knight, so I thought I'd take you guys with me for a little spin. Today we're going to be working on my speedrun. The only thing is that in Hollow Knight, a speedrun can take anywhere up to 10 hours, because this game is really huge. So I don't actually know what I'm doing to be able to speedrun this game properly. I'm a rank amateur. I finished the game once. I'm just going to see if I can finish the game in less than 10 hours and get that trophy. And also, just this game is super fun and I want to play some more. And you know what I can't do right now is climb walls. I'm really used to playing this game on the couch. I'm much closer to the screen than is usually the case, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. I'm not going to be doing anything too taxing for the first part here. At this point I've been playing for about an hour and a half, and I'm going to go to the Mantis Village, which, as you might have surmised, is pretty close to here, which would explain all these mantises. And I'm going to try to get the claw that lets you do the wall climb. Let me just take a quick second to make sure that the stream is functional, because that's always best practice, right? Make sure that everything is going just the way it should. That's always best practice, right? It is going the way it should. Make sure that everything is going up. Alright, let's get to work. So, we talked about Hollow Knight when we did our Game of the Year stuff, and that's because this game is super good and really awesome. It's also enormous. It's, oh, can I get up there? Yes. It took me something like 35 hours to get the good ending. And most of that is just because the world is so ridiculously huge that you just spend a huge amount of time going back and forth and looking for all the secrets everywhere. But it's such a satisfying game to play. It just controls so well. The art and the music are wonderful. The world is really well put together. And I don't know. It's been a joy to kind of come back to this. And I was sick the other day, so I decided that I was going to treat myself while I was recovering on the couch and play some more Hollow Knight. Start another game. And at this point I have a pretty good idea of what the critical path is for the first part of the game. So I was able to get the first couple upgrades you need to get the long range attack always the little soul, just to show you how that works. You mostly need that just to unlock a couple of doors. Not really doors, you have to beat some monsters that can't be killed without it. And after that you need to get the air dash, like so. And I believe that the third element on the path is the Mantis Claw. I can't think if I'm forgetting anything else, but I believe that's basically it. Well, you do pick up a key to get into the City of Tears when you beat a boss. There we go. Taken the Mantis Claw. Something kind of poetic about the way they say that. I'm not sure why they say taken the Mantis Claw. So when you beat the False Knight early in the game, you get a key, and that lets you into the City of Tears. And that is essential for most people playing the game. I have seen a speedrun where they completely bypass the city using tons and tons of glitches. I don't know if you can bypass the city if you don't use all the glitches. I'm not really interested in finding out personally. It was really fascinating to watch that glitchy speedrun, but it's not how I want to play the game. It involves like opening up the menus and things at different moments and like floating through the air when you're not supposed to be able to float through the air. Oh, this game controls so good. I love it. Alright, we're gonna go get those shells, this Geo over here. I've just started using my Xbox One controller to play this game, and I'm really happy with the D-pad on this thing. I hadn't given it a proper shake before, but it works really well. I don't know how it would hold up in like a Street Fighter situation where you want to do a bunch of quarter circles or something, but for 2D action games like this, pretty swell. Is there anything else important that I need to do down here? Have I opened the way down to the Mantises? Not yet. Oh, yes, I have. Okay. I don't want to go down there because I'm just going to get my ass kicked by the Mantis Lords if I head that way, and there's not really any good reason for me to do that right now. I had opened up a little path up here. I don't think there's any good reason for me to go through here, but the fact of the matter is, again, I am not a professional speedrunner, not even close. And if I can fill in a couple blanks on my map, it'll save me from asking some questions later. And actually, it was worth coming here from that Wanderer's Journal. I'm going to need a whole bunch of money soon, and the best way to get a whole bunch of money is to sell these artifacts when you get to the City of Tears, and you find the antique guy there who's big into old stuff. Not 100% sure. Also, so you've got 10 hours to get the achievement for speedrunning the game, and that is a lot of time. So I don't think that it's going to make a huge difference whether you waste 5 minutes here or there along the way. I say that now, I may eat my words later on if I finish this game in, like, 12 hours or something, and then realize that I actually do have to get my route down kind of solidly if I want to really save that time, but, like these bouncy mushrooms. Oops. Eventually you get to the point where you don't really need to use them anymore, and that's almost kind of sad. They're fun. I should get my mask back. I believe that our next stop on our trip is going to be the City of Tears, and I don't necessarily have to go there, but that's where you get your sword upgrades, and I think that in my case, having the sword upgrade will save me time, helping me to beat bosses, and also just not die. The game clues you into going this way, because when you come through here, you get to see Hornet again, as she leads off this way, but when you come through here, I believe, or not yet, you will eventually get trapped when you go through. But you can't make it up here without the Mantis Claw. Okay, I wasn't sure about that, if I needed the Mantis Claw or not. And I did. I sometimes forget the rules of Hollow Knight. Oh, I don't need this right now. The rules of Hollow Knight being that you can refresh your air dash and eventually double jump anytime you touch the wall, basically. So I went through there and I wasn't sure if I was allowed to air dash again, but I was. This is kind of like your first real taste of the tough platforming in this game, and honestly, it's not too bad, all things considered. And it is just nothing at all compared to the things that come later in the game, especially if you go for the good ending, which I recommend that you do if you're playing this game, because it's a super great game, and the path to the true ending is actually pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to get trapped in here after we insert the city crest. Thank you. There you go, yeah. Enjoy your stay. City of Tears. Oh, is it actually way out here? I can't remember if this is just some goodies. No, it's just some goodies. Oh, it is here. Oh, there's a breaky floor there. Not going to get the breaky floor ability for quite some time. Maybe that's the way that you wind up skipping the key to get into the city, is by coming back here once you've got the breaking floor ability. Pogoing off enemies never gets old. Oop. So, now that we're in the City of Tears, first of all, I don't have my map, and second of all, I don't remember what the fastest way through this area is, but can't go up here, need to come around and hit that switch later. No big. Yeah. These guys are a good reminder that I need a better weapon. I'm still rocking the most basic level 1 nail, which does literally 9 damage. And every upgrade you get to the nail adds 4 damage. Oh, sorry, it does a total of 5 damage, and every upgrade adds 4. So the first upgrade you get almost doubles your damage output. Pretty essential. The ones after that are certainly nice, but yeah. This area is really cool. Nice music. Looks beautiful. Say hi to bounce, bounce, bounce. Like a trampoline. There are a lot of little secrets hidden in these elevators if you know where to look. The great gates have been sealed. None shall enter. None shall leave. No goodies, huh? Just a little bit of backstory. But the elevators themselves are covered in spikes, So you gotta be a little bit careful when you're poking around, trying to find stuff. Very satisfying feeling when you hit those elevators, though, I gotta say. Anything down here? What's that guy? I didn't mean to sit on the bench there, but Kuro, that's right. This guy's pretty cool. He's a lot older than he looks. Up. So I've got 600 Geo, which I think is enough to get my first nail upgrade. So I'm gonna go spend that at the nailsmith. Yeah, it's not bad. Before I get hit some more and lose a life and wind up having to go chasing down my shadow. Not good for your speedrun times, let me tell you. This is gonna be good though. So one thing that I have done to save time is that I'm using the Gathering Swarm charm. Swarm. Which is those little collection of white bugs that pick up all the geo that falls in the game, which means that I don't have to go chasing after it. It doesn't necessarily save you time to not have to go chasing after it, but what it does do is it picks up money that you would have missed, because all the money that falls into spikes or falls into the water like down there, they'll go get it for you, so you can just forget about it. And that's really good, especially in the big vertically oriented screens where a lot of stuff's falling down and you don't want to spend your entire time chasing after it. So this thing is not really necessary, but it accumulates a lot more money for you, and I found that when I'm trying to play this game fast, I'm very often held back by how much money that I have, because there's a bunch of upgrades that are good to get that cost a bunch of geo. Yes, reforge my blade. This guy can forge your nail something like 4 times, but unfortunately you need pale ore to get, and you can pass the first upgrade, and I don't have any of that. Only 6 pieces of pale ore in the game. They're pretty hard to find.
Garadel Akari.
Double check.
Vendasu.
Yeah. Ain't got no pale ore. But I have a better nail. So that's cool. Look at that. Look at that bug guy in one hit. Little flying dude. It is a little bit frustrating psychologically that when you upgrade your nail, it doesn't go up in like increments of, you know, it doesn't like double the first time. It goes up from 5 to 9, and then after that it goes up from 9 to 13. So you can never do this nice math in your head. Like my slash will never do exactly twice the damage that it used to do. Which is, I guess, kind of a first world problem as these things go. Now, I don't remember how far into this place I can get. Those are some locked doors, and I'm not going to be able to open them, I think, until I make my way up and around through a different area. But what I do need to do is get as much money as I can, because I need to go and buy an upgrade that costs, I think, 1,800, the Lumafly Lantern. This is a place where I could use a key if I had one, but I don't. We should go up here, because I believe that's where we'll find the store. I want to do this now. I can't remember if I can maybe get... I can't leave this place until I open up a stag station. Because, again, we got locked in. I should take a second to check the chat. Sorry, I don't have enough room on my monitor to have it up at all times. I will just take a quick second here. Quick chicken. But all is quiet. Thankfully, that means that no expert Hollow Knight speedrunners are watching me play this, because they would probably die of unhappiness. Expert speedrun strat, if you gotta heal twice at a time. Okay, that'll save you some time. You don't have to do the little charge up each time. I can't remember if I get to the stag station. It's just like a trampoline. I don't want to go down there right now, I don't think. Oh, do I? I can never remember which ways you gotta go to unlock doors. Let's find out. Again, someone who... Yeah, so you see, it was worth coming down here because I just unlocked this big door here. I got a chest. Bringing all the money over to me. And here's the store. This is where I can sell various trinkets. I don't remember how many I have.
Your son, Gian. Velmi Artred.
Actually, I don't have that much. 650 in all. I'm gonna need more than that. Alright, let's go exploring. Velmi Artless. I still haven't found a conifer, which means I don't have a map for this area. No map. One of the things I really like about this game is the way that it kind of controls your map access. It makes it feel really special when you enter a new area because you don't know where you're going. It's always super exciting to find conifer and finally get that map that you've been waiting for. Java indeed. I'm playing pretty sloppy here. Sorry, folks. Zip. Zoom. Up. Ah, controls are so good in this game. So I can't remember if I can go all the way up and get the down stompy power, or if I need to come back with something else to do that. It's not a trivial fight, I want to say. And I have enough money that I don't want to jeopardize that by getting killed over and over again, or smacking into those exploding guys, which I should know better than to do by now. It's a bad reflex. Where to hide? Guess you're not hiding. Okay. Is there something up there? No. I don't remember coming this way. That's because once you've done it once, you hit the switch, and you never do it again. You just go through this way. Anything up here? There's a switch down here that I should hit too. Yeah, there we go. So I'll be able to come back up here the short way next time. Hot strats for speedruns. Take the short way. Over here. I can climb the wall. This is a dead end for now. Yeah, we're getting up into the place. Oh, it would be good if I could find that bench. At the very least, if I have a bench, I can probably get my Geo back if I die. Hey, these guys are good dudes. I think I'll get some pale ore if I find enough grubs. If I'm going to be playing the game quickly, I won't have time to find all the pale ore, so I really want to get 3 pieces, which gets you all except for one of the upgrades. Oh, some paper. Oops. Hello. Let me tell you, the game can do an awful lot worse than lock you into a room with just a handful of enemies. Here's Cornifer. Plus I gotta spend a bunch of money to get this bench. Again, real pro players probably skip the occasional bench here and there, but that's not me. Hey, Cornifer. I would like to buy your map. Another thing that a real speedrunner would not buy. It's okay, we're having a good time. Now... Oh, Zoe. Splash, splash, splash. Eat it, Zoe, you suck. The game world is so huge that I honestly don't remember where half the stuff is, so it's kind of fun to have a sense of discovery, even though I have been through the whole thing like kind of 1.5 times. There is a stag station somewhere around here, which would be probably worth unlocking. This is one of those trees that gives you little floaty discs. Dream, soul, soul dream, soul glow, something like that. Is that where the stag station was? It feels like there should be some way to go through there. Ah, check that out. Beautiful. Little bounce. Okay, I was supposed to be able to get up here. Let's just take care of this guy. What's that? Oh, simple key. I can open up the waterways now. I don't really need to, but I can. I'll have to eventually. Hey, I got the map even. And the bench and the stag are up here. Or an extra bench. Oh, is there a bench and a stag up here? I guess I didn't really need to buy that earlier bench. Bounce, bounce. Like a trampoline. The projectile weapon is very powerful compared to your sword. But it uses up soul, and that's for healing. Then again, healing can be a bit of a trap. This game is kind of like Dark Souls in that healing in the middle of the boss fight is a real good way to take 2 hits when you could have just taken 1. You have to be extremely careful about when you decide to do that. Another bench. And a stag station. 200. I'm never going to make my money this way. Alright, well. Let's see if I can make it up to where I get the stompy, smashy power. Oops. That's kind of a recurring theme in this game. Getting impaled on spikes. Can I, not again. There was no reason for that to happen. I don't remember if this opens up a shortcut for me. One of the big barometers for power in this game is the number of charm notches you have, because... Oh. A lift. Ah, yes, okay, this will open up a path. This take me up to the Forgotten Crossroads. Right. Right. I don't actually remember exactly how this works. I know that there is sort of like a double elevator shaft, and you can't go to the left side of the elevator shaft until you take this lift up, because the doors are closed otherwise. I don't remember if there's anything in here that I actually want. There's definitely some geo around here. There's definitely some kind of hidden stuff in the ceiling, I want to say. Okay, this. The one-way shortcut back to where I was. So, charm notches. Charm notches are good, but to get charm notches... Oh, okay, a little, is that a piece of a mask? No, it's a piece of a soul orb. I would like a mask. You can buy chunks of mask from Sly in town, but they're going to get expensive pretty fast, so I need to find at least 2 before I start spending any money on them. So, if you want charm notches, you need charms. So once you have enough charms, then the nice charm seller lady, giant bug, will sell you charm notches at a pretty reasonable rate. And you get one at 5, which I've already picked up. You get your next one after that at 10. But I don't think I have anything close to 10 charms. No, I've only got 6. So it's always good to pick up charms in the environment when you can, because you can buy charms. You can buy your way up to having 10 charms and then buy a charm notch, which is great. But then you're spending all this money on charms and on charm notches, and you're not spending it on the Lumafly lantern that you need if you ever want to... Oh, I'm actually very close to her store right now. Doesn't really do anything for me though. Okay, back to the city. Need that Lumafly lantern, 1800 geo if I want to get to the Crystal Peak. And
alternately, I can get the down smashy move from what's his face in the city, and that will also get me to the Crystal Peak. But I don't remember if I can get there right now. Again, every day is filled with discovery. Ba-doop. So the charms and the charm notch system are one of my favorite things about this game, because they're basically the same system of upgrades that you had back in Paper Mario, and that was also really cool. It's kind of a system where you have a certain number of points, and you can find items to spend those points on and try and come up with cool combinations. I don't know, I really like that system. You can reconfigure anytime you get to a save point, but you've always got to work within the limit of what's the max number of charm notches you have. And I find that leads to fun min-maxing strategies and trying to find cool ways to trick out your character. I like to have the ones that make your nail longer, because your weapon does not reach very far in this game. There are 2 separate abilities you can get that will extend the reach of your nail, and you put them both on. It's pretty cool. But that eats up a whole 5 charm notches, which is more than I've got right now to spend on anything, actually. Oh my god, 4. 4? Maybe I have 5. You find some here and there as you play the game, but for the most part you gotta buy them. So now the question is, can I get up to... Yeah, it looks like I can. I'm gonna fight the magician guy here. Yeah, come back here. This guy looks like a boss. Oh no! I bounced out of the room. Yeah. Try again. Is he gone? There you go. Yeah, that guy looks like a boss. He's totally not a boss. He is actually just a pretty regular enemy. Kind of sets the tone for this next area. It's full of people who abuse the power of soul. The soul sanctum. Oh, on the other side of the wall where Cornifer was. Like I said, lots of secrets. Oh, look at that. Okay. That shortcut only goes one way. Ooh, there was something there. I forgot that it was a shortcut back to Cornifer. Okay, this is going to require the ornate key. So that's actually one of the plot relevant bits of the game. You can't get through there until you have the ornate key, and you need to go that way to finish the game, because you have to go and beat the dreamer who lives way up there. You can't get the ornate key until you find Sly's warehouse key, which I think is in the Crystal Peaks, at which point he opens up a bunch of new stuff for you to buy, including the ornate key. A little artificial, but that's fine. Too much of soul. Alright, these guys, I believe they are called mistakes. Mistakes were made, as it happens. Oh, hello. Come on now. Don't feel like that. I need to stop trading hits with this guy and kill him before I lose my last mask. Yikes. That was not smooth. Okey-dokey. Oh, those things home. That's why I kept getting hit last time. These guys are annoying. Good source of soul, though. Back up to full health. Record Abba. The mind still limits that so. That's a really good question. I guess these guys just show up every time you break one of those soul canisters. You'd be mistaken for thinking that this game is basically all in black and white. It looks like that a lot of the time, but there are areas that are much more colorful. Although, I guess it never gets extremely colorful. Oh, there's gonna be some fighting in here. This probably wouldn't be able to shoot up. This guy's like a warrior mage. I gotta say, as boss fights go, though, this ain't no thing. He's kind of like a really tepid version of the last boss. Alright, got him. Worth a lot of money, though. See that broken ceiling up there? We'll be back. That's called foreshadowing. A couple of the annoying guys teleporting around over here. The reason I came here? Yeah, there's a switch. There we go. Shortcut. These guys are goopy and really easy, which is good because hitting them helps me to accumulate soul, which is what I'm going to use to heal from getting hit by this guy a bunch. Nope. There we go. Up. Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Good here? No. There are so many little hidden dead ends in this game that you gotta be on the lookout for. Very easy to miss a few in the process. The map is just astoundingly big by the time you've been everywhere. It's a locked door there. Oh, you. Come on, come up here. Or don't, fine. I do have skulls. There you go. Flawless. At least they're worth a good chunk of Geo. At least they changed and became Geo. They're worth a good chunk of Cheetos. I probably shouldn't run too far, or maybe another one will spawn. They're just very annoying to deal with because they move all the time. Come on. For the love of God. Don't worry. We'll be back. Another one? I kind of just don't want to deal with you. I don't have a choice, though. Yeah. Alright, we opened up the shortcut so we can at least get back there quickly. Oh, and I just think with shortcuts for you to unlock. Oh, this is going to be a little bit of a thing here. Okay, maybe not much of a thing. And here, we're gonna get the Spell Twister charm. That's 7 charms, 3 to go. And then I'll have 10 and I can buy a charm notch. Yeah, it would not be wise for me to come through here without upgrading my nail. Especially since there's a boss coming up. Is there a bench here? Don't need any more magic. Soul magic. Alright, boss time. This fight is not impossible, but I love this. It shows up in the background here. That's really good. It's not impossible, but I got to stay on my toes. Far from any benches is the issue. Ow. I see once again. healing. Okay, this is... Heal. Oh. Wow, well, this is off to a great start. Yeah, that's what happens when you choose a bad moment to heal. 6 times in a row. That's the ornate gate, right? That's not the way. Well, time to make good use of some of those shortcuts that I opened up. Yep. So now that I've died, I've lost 1/3 of my soul capacity, all my geo, until such time as I hunt down my shade, who's going to be right in front of the boss. It's really far away. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. You know what? With all the shortcuts open, this might not take too long. You can go over here. Actually, cracking those orbs gives me soul, and then it summons those easy fodder enemies, which just gets me even more. Worth it. I think we're just going to ignore this one. Bye-bye. Can you follow me up here? Yeah, you can. You can occasionally hit things through the walls in this game. Not always, sometimes it just sort of bounces off. Ow. Dang, that's not quite how I was hoping that would go. There's one heal. Yeah, just power straight through the top level. Much faster the second time around. There you are. Those are creepy. The first couple times you fight one, you might think that it's going to be like an issue, but for the most part, they're really easy to deal with. Alright, come back. Thank you for not wasting my time this time with your grand entrance. Ow. Oh. So when in, there you go. When in doubt, most bosses have a staggered animation that they'll go into when you hit them enough, which is a much better time to be and start healing. So my issue is that I'm forgetting that his healing appears from his head. It's much easier for me to avoid it appearing from his feet, but it's not. I can't change that, so I should just deal with it. Heal. I don't even have time to get him a couple of cheap shots. The thing is, you're tempted to get in a bunch of cheap shots, but the fact is, as soon as you hit the guy once, he's going to snap out of his stunned state. This is going to go over here. Oh! That was close. At some point, it's going to crash down. Ow. Saw that coming. Alright. Gotta heal what I can. Because this fight is not over. Very dramatic ending. You got nothing. It's like back to work. Ow. I keep forgetting that those things curve. But yeah, he doesn't have a lot of health in this form. That was the second part was easier than now we can finally get the Stompy Smash. That's the technical term for it. The Stompy Smash. The Desolate Dive. This eventually gets an upgrade, which basically makes it like the gothy Stompy Smash. Cool. My only real issue with this thing is that it requires soul to use, which seems a little bit excessive to me, because it's not... It's very situational. Like, in combat, I don't think I've ever used it. It's mostly just for smashing through these walls. And it's like, well, you know, just make it part of my regular vocabulary so that I can smash through walls without having to worry about having soul or losing, like, a heal in the process. Hey, I saw you coming. This does raise an interesting question, which is now that I have the Stompy Smash, I don't need the glowy lantern just yet. But it is a smart thing to get. Alright, here we go. Stompy Smash. It's fun, I'll give it that. I think this room mostly is just filled with fodder enemies for you to beat up so you get back some of your soul. Because again, you need this soul to Stompy Smash your way out of this place. Don't forget to look for secrets. Ah, Hollywood Seal. I should probably get the Lumafly Lantern. It's not exciting, but I think it's the only... There's a lot of statues in this game that give you soul when you hit them. I feel like that might be the only one that looks like that. How do I get over there? Oh, there's a grub. Grub. One does not leave a grub hanging. There we go. That telltale floor movement. It's Stompy Smash time. So then now I have to go back and actually pick up the grub. It'd be nice if I survived too. Alright, how do we get back up there? Ow. Stupid aerial mistakes. Alright, we were trying to get our buddy, Grub, here. There you go. I don't remember how many grubs I have to get before I get something really cool. But I could probably find out soon. I'm gonna go back to town once I get my money. Pick up the Lumaflies, even if it's not the most exciting thing on the list. Okay, so that's good. Happy with that. Why is this whole sanctum making it look like I didn't go somewhere? Oh, I just haven't been back to a bench yet. Somewhere in here, we're gonna find our ticket out of this place. Stompy Smash! Good value on that one. You can't smash this window, which seems like an oversight. It doesn't have cracks on it, I know. Smash, and one more for good measure. And here we are, back where we fought the big sword magic bug. Magic sword bug. I don't know if his sword is magic. Should I check out the Hollow Knight? No, there's no way that I can get through that section until I go around. I'm not gonna waste any more time on that. Let's go and use our secret. Oh no, we do need to go down because we need to get our money. So whatever, we'll have a quick look, see how far to the right we can go once we're down there. It's great that I can pop those little flies in one hit now. No, hold on. I don't see anything useful around here, am I? By the way, it's so satisfying. Gotta go down one more.
Velmi Artred.
So I need... I'm just going to sell everything I got. No, I'll sell the 2 journals. He actually gives you some good dialogue every time you sell a journal.
Velmi Artred.
I wasn't in such a hurry. Let's stop and read it.
Velmi Artred. Velmi Artred.
I'll sell one of these 2. Wouldn't hurt to have a surplus going back to town.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, you know what? I'm feeling confident. We'll sell them both.
Velmi Artred.
Worst case scenario, I can probably pick up a charm notch. I'm not going anywhere difficult until I make it to the Crystal Peak at this point, so... I have the key I need to open this. Yes. I'm just going to spend it here. There are 3 places where you can use that key in the game, and one of them is completely useless to us. It's this kind of shop in town that I'm not going to use ever. Here he is. The title character. I hate to disappoint you, but we are not playing the Hollow Knight. That's the Hollow Knight. The impressive set of antlers. Hey, it's Hornet.
Gala negosa dros. Hakana sagamos.
Seek the grave in ash on the market from granted one like you. That's a ways away. Won't be doing that anytime soon. Yeah, so that's it. We're stuck. We can't go any farther to the east. It's fine. I needed the money. We'll make our way up and out of here. Actually, we're not even going to use the stag way, I don't think. Because if we take... we should use the stag way. What's the fast way to get up here? Let's find this elevator shaft. Oops. I was supposed to be on that elevator. Whatever. No harm, no foul. I've opened up all the shortcuts at this point. I need to go up before I go over. Could we just wrapping it up for tonight? Sleep is not something that I've had much of this week. Or at least not enough. So, once we get back to town, I'll probably call it a day. Yeah, let's save. Yes. Cornifer's gone on to greener pastures, got more maps to make. We'll see him again soon. Probably up on the Crystal Peaks will be our next chance to run into that guy. So we're gonna go up, 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 take the stagway home. I don't really need to engage with these guys right now, so I don't think I will. Zip, zoom. Oh, I didn't hit that thing. I need to hit that thing so I can get back here faster. What's my problem anyway? Especially because there's spikes and fly guys around here. It's kind of annoying to make my way up here, really. There we go. I have a nice shortcut. It only saves us like 2/3 of a single screen, but what the hell? Hello, Stag. Shut mouth. Haven't been back to Dirtmouth for a little while. Let's go say hi to Sly. So, you have got the Lumafly Lantern, which I'm definitely going to need later on. So we're just going to buy it. That's a pretty useful charm. I don't think there's any way that I'm going to get 3 charms plus the next nosh before I run out of money. But I will buy this. It gives you longer iframes. God, I'm talking like a speedrunner, I'm sorry. I'll buy this mask shard to... Still need 2 more to get anywhere, but someday. I don't think he has anything else that I want now. I don't need the simple key. I've already used one to unlock the waterway. Can't really afford the vessel fragment or the mask shard. Looks like it's not going to be worth my while to go and see the mask seller. I could spend a bit of money at the map shop.
Bapanada.
Bafanada. You got a special marker? These are pretty cool. These are new to the game. They just barely updated this like a week or 2 ago to put these custom markers in. Cocoons and hot springs are nice. I'll buy those when I have too much money lying around. I might buy one of these just to have a marker. Just 'cause it's new. I don't actually know how those work. Just for the record, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, 8 charms. Not bad. Oh, I got a free notch I should probably use on something. So if I want to place a marker, how do you do that? Like, let's say I want to say, oh, let's go and... Markers. Press A. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I have 6. Cool. Cool. Okay. So I can place one here, or I can take it away. This is a good addition to the game. Oh, you know what? From here to the Crystal Peak, we're not even going to head back into the deeps or the... Oh, hello. Tiso. Yeah, he's going to go to the place of fighting, the Colosseum. And he's going to get his ass handed to him. A little something up here, I want to say. There we go. Oh, Hollowness Seal. $200. 200 bucks is 200 bucks, you know what I mean? Interesting thing is, it has not been this way at all. This is one of the 2 directions you can choose from when you start the game, but it's much more profitable to go left. You drop in and say, see the black egg. Normally you'd run into Quirrell here, but I guess he's gone since I've already seen him somewhere else. I did not equip my extra charm. Well, I'm not going to bother going back to a bench just for that right now. Call me stubborn, I guess. There's enough there, huh? Go see how I'm doing on the grub front while I'm in the area. Might get something cool. Definitely will get some money. Nothing up here, is there? There's a lot of back and forthing in this game. The stag stations are very helpful, but they are very far apart. There's kind of no way to avoid having to run a lot. I almost always have equipped a little charm that lets you walk faster. There's another one that lets you dash more frequently, which I might equip for the next little while. I guess I could climb up to the bench since I'm next to town, but... Oh, something up here that I haven't gotten yet. Oh, that's just one of those funny trees, I think. See all those, Geo that just fell down this shaft here that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Oh, there's money here.
Give that money.
Thank you, Eric. I will. That's funny. I did not. Oh, you know what? Discord stops making the doodle boops when you're streaming. That's why I didn't do it.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
Yeah, I just joined.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright as well. Just doing a little bit of my speed run.
Of Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight.
Nice.
Which I don't know if I'll actually get to pull it off. You have to finish the game in 10 hours to do a speed run. Because that's how big this game is.
That's wild.
Yep. So
I guess when a normal run is like 25-ish hours. Though.
Yeah, to get the basic ending. Oh, It's a shard of some kind. Is that a mask shard? Yes. Oh, so now you see, I do need to go back to town because I need to buy that mask shard. Anything else? I thought I'd save more of these guys. Well, whatever. It was worth coming here.
There's a few little friendly caterpillars.
I thought I had saved like 2 or 3, but I must have gone back there last time I was in the area. That's fine. That mask shard is going to make a difference to my life. So, yeah, since I started tonight, I'm playing for a little over an hour, I want to say. I picked up the Mantis Claw, so I can climb walls. And then I went to the City of Tears, and I beat the guy who gives you the Downy Smashy Stomp.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So now my next stop is going to be to head up to the Crystal Peaks to get the Super Dash.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a plan for this, or?
I have a plan. I have a plan that gets me as far as having the double jump. And at that point, maybe I will also go pick up the acid armor. Yeah, nothing else that I need here. Hey, they've added something to this game. Just now. They've added markers for the map.
Like, you can put your own markers on the map?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. New and improved.
That might be enough to make me, like, restart it, because I never did get the better ending, so...
You don't have to restart, you can just go buy them from the town.
Yeah, but I don't know, I have a hard time picking up a game, like, 2/3 of the way through or 3/4 of the way through and starting it over again.
I guess. If it wasn't so long, I'd agree with you, but it's a very long game.
Yeah.
Should I go get Joni's Blessing? Joni's Blessing's real good.
I don't remember what that does.
That's the one that trades all your hearts out for soul hearts. It gives you like twice as many or something like that. It's extremely useful when there's a save point next to a boss.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's good for boss fights.
There are a lot of boss fights in this game.
It's true.
Whatever, no, I'm gonna go to the peak, I'm gonna get my super dash, and then I can...
Okay. If you got a plan, you should stick with your plan.
The plan is not 100% concrete at this point.
Okay.
There is room for negotiation in the plan. I do need the super dash to get the double jump. So I just play this game when I'm sick now, and I've been sick a bunch of times lately, so this is not actually my first kind of attempt at a speedrun. I started one a while back, and I was making very good progress, and I got the double jump in about 5 hours, which is like 10 less than it took me the first time that I played the game. Oh, I don't need to come here anymore. I already saved that guy. But after that, I don't know if you remember, around the double jump, you fight an enemy who is like you, but all messed up. And after you fight him, you can go back and you can fight like the dream version of him, called the Lost Kin, who's inside like a dream. There's like a little palace. Hey, Mila. Oh, you're already going crazy? I haven't even broke one of the seals yet. Poor Mila. I didn't think that happened until you broke one of the seals and started spilling orange goo everywhere.
I don't know. I want to say you can talk to that guy like 5 or 6 times, and he has a bunch of different dialogue things that you can do. But I could be wrong about that.
So yeah, so 5 hours, I got the double jump, and then on the way back from getting the double jump, that's when you run into... Oh, I missed that's a rancid egg, I think, up there. Who cares? That's when I tried to fight this dream incarnation, and I wound up wasting almost an hour on that fight, because it's one of the hardest fights in the game. Only to have the game crash on me, like, I think, as I beat him at the same time as I took a hit, and that apparently causes the game to crash sometimes. But of course the game autosaves everything you do, so it autosaved me wasting an hour trying to beat this fight that I didn't really beat, which I didn't need to do at all for my speedrun. So I kind of tanked my speedrun by even attempting that fight. So lessons learned, you know.
Yeah, is that an achievement? There must be a 10-hour speedrun achievement. Is that what you're trying to?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to do this under 10 hours specifically. Also, because I just think that 10 hours is probably doable if you kind of know what you're doing. Without,
oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think you have to be a super pro, which is good, because I'm sure the hell I'm not a super pro at this game. But yeah, there's basically no recovering that run, I don't think.
No. There's a ton of map that you never even really need to see.
Oh, there's so much.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know what the fastest way through this area is at all, so I'm going to waste a lot of time by going through the traps and opening a bunch of doors that I probably don't need to open. That's fine. I just enjoy this game enough that it's kind of like, no problem. Oh, so I got my Lumafly so we can get through here. So I almost came here without the lantern, which in retrospect that would have been a bad idea.
Yeah, you can't do too much if you can't see anything,
Well,
except for a tiny dot around your character.
Certainly in a room like this, it's not a good time. I knew that I would eventually have to go through the hated deep nest, so like there's no way you're getting through deep nest without the lantern. Speedrunners do it because they've memorized exactly every move that they have to make, but you know, come on. I can't make it across here. Is it worth falling down to get to the resting place and get the dream nail?
I don't know.
Or do I just
I don't even remember what's across there.
I don't think a cross is going to be an option for a little while. I think it's too
No,
far.
I was trying to remember what was on the other side. I mean,
I don't rightly recall at this point.
is that where the gauntlet is? The Colosseum area?
You'd have to get to the edge of the kingdom to get to that part, like the outer wall. Maybe that takes you to the outer wall. It's possible.
I don't remember.
But I don't wanna-
It's been a while.
Yeah. And the map is so big, it's kind of impossible to commit it all to memory. Get through here? No. Okay, the access to that grub is from the top. You have to go all the way around. So what you been doing these days, Eric?
I'm currently playing Overwatch.
Oh, nice. Are you on the
Yeah.
PTR?
No, we're just sticking around in the 6v6 elimination mode.
Oh yeah, it's the same as the 3v3, but with full team.
Yeah. They did like a 4v4 version of it a while ago, but I have not tried the 6v6 thing yet.
Is it lockout or not?
I don't know. I would assume so. It seems like that. Or no, I don't think there's
You don't
rounds.
know.
No, I don't think there's rounds in this. If it's like,
Okay, you just win or lose.
yeah. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
A corner for at. I did not know that you could kill these sappy crystal bugs until like very recently. I thought you just had to put up with them. It's a whole new world, it tells you. Can't go through here until I get my... Can I make this jump if I dash? Yes, I can. Oh boy, it does not feel like I'm supposed to be here right now. Nope.
You need that super dash thing.
Okay, this is... Whew, okay.
Are you just trapped?
No, I made it out, but by the skin of my teeth. Oh, okay, there's corn for Give me that corn.
Okay, so this is elimination mode.
You mean lockout?
Yeah, lockout elimination.
Okay, this is getting a little dicey in here. I don't have any soul left, so I can't heal or defeat these guys. Okay, corner is right over here.
You can do it, Mike. I believe in you.
If nothing else, at least I get the map.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that about that game. I know that was like a huge hang-up for some people, but
I think if you can't get with that, then you probably just won't enjoy it.
yeah.
I think the map system's a really big part of what's cool about the game, and you don't have to like it. I can't, like, unreserved... I love this game a whole bunch, but I mean, it has issues that, you know, I could see some people just not getting around. But I think more and more I'm okay with games that I love having issues, and I think chances are I wouldn't love it the way I did if it wasn't weird in particular at times. Oh, bench. I could use the bench real bad. Oh, this guy. I'm gonna have to fight him before I get to use the bench. Probably. Remember the crystal bug? He's got like crystals all over his body, and he's sitting on a bench. You had to beat him to use the bench. lot of money. 400 geo from beating that guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But so when you beat him, a harder version of the fight opens up, but you can't get to it until you have the double jump. And the harder version does double damage, along with being just generally a real pain in the ass to avoid. Cool, I got the bench. I do not remember if I can actually make that. At the very top of the world there is some pale ore, which would be super cool to have, but I don't know that I can get there right now. Oh, I got the shopkeeper's key. Yes, that was worth poking my nose in here for. You need that to finish the game. And to get the Sprint Master badge.
That's a real good badge.
Oh yes. Never take it off. So now again, like, what's the winning move? You know, do I get the super dash and then go back to town so I can pick up the dash of the Sprint Master? Or do I just motor onwards to whatever my next objective is and save myself a little bit of a detour? Oh, squirrel. Hi, guy.
Nah, me no bis.
Can't make it up there. I don't think I can get that pale over till I have the double jump. Oh, maybe I could have if I didn't kill that guy.
Yeah, that might
I don't
be
think
one
so.
of those. There are some few places where you can make jumps.
Yeah.
If you like do a bounce on an enemy head.
I'm going to tell myself that I probably couldn't make that one that way so that I don't feel so bad.
Dancing Jack Red Madness says, "Hello, what is this game?"
This game is Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
It's super good. If you like a Metroid or a Vania, then you're in the right place.
Comes highly recommended. Definitely one of my favorite games from last year.
Oh yeah. I hadn't finished it by the time we did our end of year podcast. I definitely would have moved it up a slot or two. That's saying something because last year had some real good games. Zoop, zoop. So I open that up, but I don't think there's any good reason to go that way. This way? Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, this is the route to get the super dash. Good, good. I love that there are giant robot bug exoskeletons just hanging out in this place. Oh,
There's
you
a
know-
lot of really good artwork in that game.
Yeah, and environmental storytelling too.
Yeah.
Alright, forget the super dash, remind me to go back and get that grub. Okay, you get the super dash, that's what we're here for.
As long as it's actually a grub and not a mimic grub.
Ah, well, I don't think I'm at a point where those guys mostly show up in the darker, creepier areas, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. I only ran into like 2 of them, I think.
I want to say there's one that you might meet in the world, and then the rest I think you only meet in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
There's some creepy enemies in this game, which I guess shouldn't be too surprising given that it's a game all about bugs.
Yeah. Jack says, I'm holding off on games for the time being. I got 11 from GOG recently. Why does this remind me of Shinobi?
Shinobi?
I don't know. Because it's a guy with a sword running around.
Yeah, short-range slashy games. There aren't that many short-range slashy games out there. That's it? Oh, Jesus. This platforming doesn't even rate on the scale of what this game can do to you. Eric, you gotta finish this game and get the good ending. It just gets so intense. There's stuff that I want you to live through.
I mean, if it's that difficult, I might not live through it.
Not the first time. I forgot that the Super Dash was actually just called the Super Dash. It doesn't have like a cool fiction-y name. Sure is super though. there, buddy?
I just tried D a little more on my computer. The game you can't pause and play sort of like a... Yeah,
Yeah, you guys did a whole stream of that, didn't you?
yeah.
From beginning to end.
That game's real weird. It's alright. I had fun with it.
It's a cool game. Not much out there like it, I would say.
Yeah. It's a fun little puzzle box, I thought.
It's a game, like, the threat of having to do the whole thing in one shot, it's not really all that bad, right? Like, you have you have the time you need, really.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an issue for me, but I also had Joe as a resource, so I don't know, but it did not seem like it was overwhelming or anything.
Or, like, maybe
that.
you wouldn't get it the very first time you tried, but...
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, look, you know what to do. Like, I think, like, you could chug through that game pretty freaking quick if you knew exactly what you were trying to accomplish.
Right, no, I'm just thinking of maybe players who don't know what they're doing, who could run out of time, like, on their very first attempt, but then who'd probably get it, like, you know, not that long afterwards. Vengeful Soul. Minor bugs. I had a thing. I've figured out my path now. I know what we're gonna do. Go down to the resting place and get my dream nail. Oh, there's a big chest there. I'll get that money. Only have to go around. Stompers. I go down to the resting place, get the dream nail because there's a stag station there. Then I can go back to town quickly from the stag station. So it's not going to cost me much by way of extra travel time. Plus I got to get the dream nail and, you know, unlock that stag station eventually, so. Oh yeah, check out the money. And I'm loaded. Well.
I had one time in my first playthrough where I lost a shitload of money because I died twice.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it sucked at the time, but it really wasn't that difficult to get. Like, there's more than enough money laying around the world. That...
Oh, there absolutely is. But did you do any of the Grim Troop DLC? The bit where you have, like, the circus comes to town?
Don't think so.
Because that unlocks some really expensive stuff to spend your money on. Like, stuff that costs, like, 15,000 Geo.
Oh, wow.
Which is actually, and it's really cool. So you know there's a bug who sells you charms that are fragile that will break if you use them? If you die when you're using them?
Yes, yep.
So there's a way with the DLC to make those charms not fragile. And one of them just increases your damage output, so it's one of the most useful charms in the game once you've kind of fully upgraded it. But you need to have a shit ton of Geo if you want to do so. We're gonna go up here. Yeah, so eventually you really don't want to lose any Geo. And if you're trying to play the game in a hurry, like I am, then I kind of don't have time to make up for a whole bunch of lost Geo. I just like saying Geo. Oops. Don't mind me, just falling off the face of the earth. Up, up. Ah. Turn around, bug. Thank you. Alright, we are going to try to make it across the giant gap. But I don't...
Is that your goal for the night?
No, because I think you need a double jump for that. Although, I guess if I really wanted the double jump badly, I could probably get it fairly quickly at this point, but... Oh, you know what? Once I get the... So I unlock my save point over here, get the dream nail. Oh. Oh, I never even tried to do this before. I don't know if you recall, there's a point where you find the statues of the three dreamers, and they take you into a dream, and then the moth lady kind of saves you. But they actually get locked into a shell. You can't leave the area of the statues, and I never tried doing that before. You're kind of stuck in a little ball.
I don't know, is your speed run the time to be testing this stuff out, though?
That's fine. You got to do this little cutscene section to get the dream nail. And I can't remember if you need the dream nail. You need to get the good ending. I don't think you need to get the bad ending.
I don't know, that's a good question. I'm trying to remember if I actually used it or not much, but I mean, you do it like you use it to get those, when you find those trees,
Yeah.
flash them, but I guess you don't really need to do any of that.
You don't need to. If you fight those extra bosses that give you a bunch of dream points, if you go back and talk to the moth lady, she'll give you some really good stuff for doing that. So like you get pale ore that way, which is probably worth doing for someone like me who wants to beat the game kind of fast.
Yeah.
And you get the thing that lets you teleport, which is also just a really good trick to have up your sleeve.
Man, I really like looking at this game.
It's super good.
Yeah, the way the moth is like drawing those flowers in the background and stuff.
Yeah. Hold Y to cut through the veil between dreams and waking. Okay, lady.
Que dulu ku siapu.
Yes, so there's a stag station here, but there's also a place where I could use the down smashy stomp to go into a scary underground area, which has got...
Don't do it, it's gross down there.
Well, it's a small gross underground area. And it's got at least one charm. And finding more charms lets me eventually buy more charm notches from the charm seller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important for me to get charms when I can pick them up. So that next time I'm in the neighborhood, I can buy my next charm notch. Yeah, it is creepy down here, though. What you gonna do?
I don't know, it's not as bad as Heat Nest, at
No.
least.
If nothing else, just because it's much less long.
Yeah,
Just this never-ending gray hell.
with all the skittering and squishing and...
Oh, geez, these guys hit for 2 damage. Nice. Last time I heard, Alex got that far, and then I didn't hear anything else about him playing this game, so I wonder if he just gave up on it.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Oh, there's a grub. Is it a real grub? It is a real grub.
Yay.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some pretty good stuff.
there's a whole bunch of stuff just in this one little area down here. It's worth braving the gross noises for. Look at that, a whole bunch of money. There's a secret person I don't know if you found in here too. Did you find the lady who wants you to take a flower all the way across the map without breaking it?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh well, then you should probably tune into the stream in just a second here.
I have it up. I'm keeping an eye on it.
There's this, what's her name?
Nama.
The Grey Mourner. Yeah, so she wants you to take a flower to the Queen's Refuge, which is completely on the other side of the map. But you're not allowed to use fast travel, and you're not allowed to get hit. I gotta tell you, I don't think I've ever crossed more than 2 screens in this game without taking a hit, so... I'm not sure this is in the cards for me. I think you get a mask shard for doing it, which is nice, but...
Yeah, I don't think you need it, though. There's definitely a point where those are just a luxury.
Yeah.
Like, the first couple are really, really good, and then past that, it's like... Eh.
Well, the fact is, the game gives you 5 hearts, which is quite a lot. And, like, by the time I finished my main playthrough, I only had, like, 9. It's not like Metroid where you have 20 times more health by the time you're done.
Yeah.
Whoa, check. Oh, you're gross. Is this what I want? Yeah, those nasty, creepy guys are tough. Yes, this is it. It's the Soul Eater, which I don't actually want to use, but adding it to my collection. And this is a Wanderer's Journal, sure. I'll take free money. I don't have too much pride. Can't come off that ledge, can you? Yikes. There's like 100 little secret passageways in this area. There you go. Ah. Didn't quite pull it off. What do we have here? It's a Hollow Nest seal. Sure, honey. This takes me out to... Oh, there's an elevator that goes... I forgot about this elevator. Oh, this took me to the other side of the City of Tears.
Mm-hmm.
That's useful.
Yeah, that big elevator.
Well, yeah, I forgot that there are two elevators. That other one must go down to the Ancient Basin or something like that. But this gets me to the second half of the City of Tears, which means I can open the doors. Oops. And
Right,
then
so you can get back and forth a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. And I was supposed to stop playing this like half an hour ago. It's the Blue Lake. I don't want to cross the Blue Lake right now. I would like, again, like I need to make it back to the City of Tears, find the Stag Station, and stop, because I need to go to sleep. I'm so tired this week. Hollow Knight, you're not helping. I don't have the map for this area. You can't get the map from here until you... Just have to buy the map from Corner for in town. I don't have the pass for the tramway, so actually I can't get... Okay, I don't remember where the Blue Lake takes you at this point. I'll tell you what, we're going to try and fight the Swordmaster guy, and then we're going to stop at the save point in the resting place. Resting grounds.
I love this guy.
0. Yeah, you're going down. Hey. Hold still. Ah, you missed. I wasn't even moving, you missed. What kind of chump?
Peaches says, this isn't Kid Chameleon. Oh yeah, we didn't change the...
Oh yeah, sorry, that was me.
It's not, it's Hollow Knight. We played Kid Chameleon last Wednesday.
Hollow Knight is debatably better than Kid Chameleon.
It's definitely better than Kid Chameleon.
Now, do I have time to heal? You missed me dying earlier in the stream to the boss that you fight that gives you the floor stomp because I chose my healing times from badly. That old Dark Souls yarn. Yeah, I told you we were going down.
Suck it. Tentacle
Yeah.
Cape Man.
You think that's a tactical cape?
Yeah, it's like it's the insect equivalent of a ghillie suit.
I see. I do need to go back to town so I can buy that Dashmaster badge. Oh, we'll do that later. Aha! Oh no, that's not what I wanted. You eventually get a badge from her too, I think, which would be useful for my quest to have a bunch of badges.
We don't need no stinking badges.
I actually need a whole bunch of badges.
Yeah, you actually do need a ton of badges.
But you know what I need right now is to go to bed and sleep. So I'm gonna stop playing this game.
Go ring that bell first.
No, sorry.
Damn you.
By the time you asked me, I'd already quit the game.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Sorry, stream lag. Alright, well, I hope that you've enjoyed our little romp through Hollow Knight. If I get bored at some point, I might do this again. Because it's a really cool game, and it's just fun to play.
It's a great game.
Any other parting words for them before we go?
Play Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right. You should listen to him. Alright, I think
Maybe it'll come out on the Switch someday.
That would be super good. I might buy it again when it does, just because it's so good. And yeah, I have no words other than good right now, so we're done. Good night. Bye.
Bye.